Welcome back. You clicked on the video because you're a broker owner or even a big team leader too, and you want to know why are thousands of agents moving to eXp Realty, thousands of agents including broker owners and team leaders moving to eXp Realty on a weekly basis. I'm going to tell you the top 3 reasons in this video. That's what I'm going to tell you. That's what this video is all about. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. I'm going to tell you everything I know about eXp Realty. I'm going to tell you everything how it relates to my 14 years of experience, whether that's being at a small boutique real estate brokerage, being at a large independent brokerage, or having my own brokerage, which I would never do that again. And then after you hear these 3 reasons too, you'll be like, Josh, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And you're not going to do it either. You're going to move over to eXp Realty and you're going to be super happy. You're a broker owner, you're a big team leader. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why other broker owners, team leaders like yourself are moving over to eXp Realty. Don't forget to call, text, or email me so I can help you get onboarded and sponsor your brokerage or team when you're moving to eXp Realty. So I want to be able to set you all up, not just you, but your brokerage and your team. I want to set you all up for success when moving over to eXp Realty. And it starts with the letter of intent. We'll go over that at the end of the video. Reason number 1, big brokers, small brokers, and teams, big teams and little teams, are moving to eXp Realty is the removal of overhead. What do I mean by that? How much is the front desk person cost annually? What's their annual salary? What's their annual taxes? What's the annual insurance for having employees? How much does that person cost? Imagine that cost. Now, how much money would that save your business? How much are the utilities at your office? Now, granted, if you want to keep your office there, eXp Realty does allow team offices. It does. You can't do any public business there, but you could keep the office there if you wanted to keep it for your team. But if you didn't have that utility cost, if you didn't have that $400, $500, $600 a month utility bill, what would you do with that money? Could you reinvest it into lead gen? Could you reinvest it into keeping in touch with your sphere? How many client appreciation parties could $500 a month take care of? 12? At least 12. They're not that expensive. They're really not. You could have 12 client appreciation parties a year. How much more business would that get you? If you could save the cost on utility, that's a ton of money. Insurance cost, the business insurance, the general liability insurance, the E&O insurance, all that cost gone. How much money is that going to save? Getting rid of overhead is one of the biggest costs that broker owners and team leaders save when they move to eXp Realty. Imagine all those costs gone. The bookkeeping costs, the office expense costs, like the soda bill. How much is your soda bill every month? All that overhead just gone. Savings immediately increases your profit. What is that going to do for your business? Your net income at the end of the year. How much better is that going to look when you get rid of overhead? So number 1, the first reason that broker owners and team leaders are moving their brokerage over to eXp Realty on this video is removal of overhead costs. Reason number 2, reach out to me. I want to send you an invite to eXp World so I can show you all the training that is offered at eXp Realty. This isn't like your local title company coming in talking about title insurance and your agents getting some CE credits. This is about how to prospect your sphere, how to stay in touch with your sphere on Facebook, how to build YouTube channels, how to build Google business pages, how to build Facebook business pages. This is sales training that's going to increase the production of every single one of your agents, every single one of your team members when you move over to eXp Realty. eXp Realty has over 50 hours weekly of training by top icon agents throughout the brokerage that they offer free to your team and your broker. You can still have your weekly, if you're doing weekly, you can still have your weekly or your monthly training or whatever, but you could just use the information that eXp Realty already has to offer. If you're a broker, if you're a team leader, I'm sure you've heard of the gentleman named Grant Cardone. You get his training every single month for free too. How much better of closers would your agents be if they had Grant Cardone training every single month? So reason number 1, get rid of overhead. Reason number 2, training and training availability. All these training courses through their archive, so your agents could go back if they can't make the actual training that is in eXp World, they could go back and watch it later. It's archived. It's there forever. All that knowledge, top producers around the world teaching your agents how to be better salespeople. Is that going to increase your market share? Is that going to increase your brokerage and your team and getting more and more business? And the third reason that brokers and team leaders are moving their teams and their brokerages over to eXp Realty in this video that I can think of is the removal of liability. When I had my own office, the headache of getting agents to turn in their paperwork, and it's all digital. They didn't have to bring in hard copies. It's all all digital. Just upload the paperwork where it's supposed to go so I can look at it and check it off. How many of them do that? How many times are you having to tell agents, no, you're not getting paid until you get your paperwork turned in? Imagine removing that liability of having to deal with your team members or your agents at your brokerage's paperwork. Imagine taking that off your plate. How much more time would you have for your family life? How much more time would you have to volunteer at your church or local homeless shelter? How much more time would you have if you weren't chasing agents' paperwork all the time, huh? And if you're not doing that as a broker and you've got people hired to do that, how much money are you going to save by not having to pay those people to chase the paperwork around anymore? You take that off your plate. When you move your brokerage to eXp Realty, when you move your team to eXp Realty, the admin staff at eXp Realty takes that over. They take that over. They take it off your plate. How big of a pain is it when agents don't put a listing in correctly and you as a broker or team leader have to go in there and get it fixed? That's gone. Removal of liability. Item number 3, you don't have to worry about the agent's paperwork anymore. You don't have to worry about the agents uploading something into the MLS correctly anymore because you're not in charge of that. You don't have to worry about it. If it's a listing that you're co-listing with them, then yeah, you're still going to work that with them. But you don't have to worry about their listings put in incorrectly. Or what about when agents don't put the right information on the contract? As a broker owner, as a team leader, you've seen that. You've seen where they don't even do the contract paperwork right and you're having to go back and fix it. That's gone. When you move your brokerage over to eXp Realty, when you move your team over to eXp Realty, you're not having to deal with that anymore. You are more of a mentor to these agents. Once you move them over to eXp Realty, then they're broker because you're not their broker. Each state has their own brokers that are having to do the broker duties. You're more of a mentor. You're more of a coach. You're just helping them out there succeed. You're just going to the training events with them. You're doing all the fun stuff with them. You're letting them shadow you on your listing appointments. You're letting them shadow you when you're showing houses. You're teaching them the fun stuff, and eXp Realty takes over all the stuff that's a headache. At least it was a headache for me when I had my own office. It was a pain. I only had my own office for, I believe, 3 years. And then I was like, no thank you. Too much stress. And then also, you don't have to worry about their advertising anymore. eXp has its own advertising guidelines, has its own department that overlooks all the advertising. You don't have to worry about that anymore. You don't have to worry about getting a call from the commission and them getting fined and you getting fined and you having to pay your fine because they did something wrong. You're not the broker anymore. You're just there. You could still be their team leader. We have teams at eXp Realty. We do have teams at eXp Realty, but you're a coach, you're a team leader, you're a mentor. You're not the broker anymore. So you don't have that liability of that. So reason number 3 is more focused just towards broker owners, not so much team leaders, because team leaders still plays a huge part here at eXp Realty. So those are the top 3 reasons that broker owners are moving their brokerages and big teams are moving their teams over to eXp Realty too. Those 3 reasons: removal of overhead, training of agents, and the removal of liabilities. If you found value in this video, hit the thumbs up button, share it with some other broker owners or big team leaders that you know and talk with them about it. And guys, give me a call. I want to fill out the letter of intent with you. I want to get you connected with our onboarding team and with our team. Because eXp Realty, they have a team, and we're gonna take your brokerage, we're gonna take your big team, fill out the letter of intent, and we're gonna start transitioning everyone over. So you'll still have to close out all your business at the old brokerage, but we'll start transitioning your team or your brokerage over. And then once the business is closed out at your old brokerage, we can move you over and put you as their team leader. Guys, don't miss this opportunity. eXp Realty, it's always gonna be here. Get into eXp Realty now. Take advantage of everything it has to offer now to accelerate, to propel your brokerage, your team to the next level in 2022. Josh Barnett, eXp Realty. The views expressed in this video are my own. They're not eXp Realty's views. I'm just telling you all the benefits that I see and all the information that I see on brokers and teams, why they're moving over to eXp Realty. Call, text, or email me if you want any information on eXp Realty whatsoever. I'm an open book. I want to tell you everything I know, and I want to show you all the benefits. See you guys on the next clip.